yeah. We're back for another video. Yeah. We're back for another video. Woo, 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 woo.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Hey, guys. How are ya? How are you today? Are you having a good day? Did you look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful yet? It's me, baby girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. If you don't like random little songs that are silly and stupid, then I don't think you are supposed to be here. Because that's what I do. I sing. I am such a weirdo. I can't help it, okay? I'm sorry. I don't make fun of you for the things that you got going on, okay? Just be an understanding person for once, would ya? I'm just kidding, you guys. I have to say, the community that I have built on YouTube is the most amazing, most incredible community of people that I have ever had the pleasure of being able to talk to. I mean, I feel so fucking blessed that I have them. You have no fucking idea. Like, my community of people are the reason that I keep doing this. They're the reason that I keep waking up every day happy as fuck, so ready to go, pumped as hell. Because who wouldn't be if they had a community of people that were like, loving your content and loving who you are? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm usually being put down and, not by Chris, but like, was people, my family, my ex-husband. I'm just saying, I'm healing from all of that. But to have this helps so much. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for that. I really am thankful and grateful, and I love you, and I'm so, so happy that you keep watching my videos and you keep coming to my lives and stuff. Like, I just love you. Oh, give me a kiss. I just wanted to show off my bow. You know what I'm saying? I am very frustrated, if you haven't noticed yet. I need a moment. Oh. Sometimes, before we talk about stressful subjects or we have a discussion or whatever, I like to sit and take a few deep breaths and think for just a second before we get into it. It helps so much, you guys. You have no fucking idea. Do it, like, if you're going to watch a video that you know is going to be intense or whatever, take a few deep breaths before you turn it on. Close your eyes and just sit for a minute in the quiet. And then watch it, and just, you can feel how, like, organized your emotions become. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just try it once, okay? It helped me with my stress levels, and so doing that helps me, like, relax a little and feel a little bit more comfortable when I'm talking about this bitch, because she really is fucking... She's so stressful to talk about. We're gonna save member shout-outs and the featured subscribers at the end of the video. We're going to save that for the end. So stick around, you guys. It's going to be enticing for you guys to stay till the end of the video. Yay. You're going to watch it till the end, you bitch. Yes, you are. Don't play with me because I'll kick your ass. If you would like a shout out, subscribe to the channel. You know the YouTube rules, so if you start vibing, you automatically have to subscribe, okay? Those are the rules. Vibing means subscribing. Yeah, vibing means subscribing. So do its YouTube rules, or you're gonna be in trouble. By, like, nobody. But maybe somebody, someday. I don't know. Please, subscribe to the channel, and I pick 5 subscribers per video randomly to be shouted out in my channel. I mean, That's just some real, that comes from a girl with a real heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm about you guys. So, yes, please subscribe to my channel and ring a ding ding that bell icon if you would. And also, you got to remember, listen, the like button is a bitch. Okay? She's getting tired of me telling you guys that she's a bitch. So, stop hitting me. See what I mean? You guys, please hit the like button. She's mean. And then I would love it if you comment and tell me about yourself. If you're new here, I'm Baby Gail, okay? And I react to Amberlynn's videos, only the vlogs, so not all that other bullshit. I just do the vlogs. She's my girlfriend, so at least I do that much. You know what I'm saying? I gotta check in on her. If you're vibing and you subscribed and then you like really get into the content, I would suggest that you become a member. Because it's only $1.99 for everything. You get videos a day, Ellie. You get videos a day, Ellie, with no ads. Okay, asshole? And then sometimes I get a little frisky pants on. And when I got my frisky pants on, I do frisky things like let the video be 2 days, Ellie, with no ads. Are you kidding me right now? Okay? I'm just saying. That's some good shit for $1.89. And I'm going to start doing member-only lives where you get special badges and stickers and stuff like that. We'll talk about whatever. I like to watch body cams and stuff like that. So if you're into that shit, I mean, become a member. Okay, so we got to talk about Gypsy Rose here. When Gypsy went to prison or jail, whatever I should say, she didn't know if her daddy loved her or not. She just wanted to make sure. So these phone calls were leaked. The first video I'm going to show you where they talk about this, you can hear only like bits and pieces, but what we do hear is that she was trying to go for like the battered woman syndrome or whatever, the battered spouse or something like that. Anyways, she couldn't do that though because she only lived with him for like 3 days. So really, how could she, you know? They had to come up with something else. And her lawyer was working on it. Remember, you guys, that the Munchausen by proxy that she claimed her mother had was a defense. It was not true. Okay? That was something to get her out of a crime that she planned for 2 fucking years.
So guys, I just came across Gypsy Rose's phone calls from prison. She has called a few family members, one of them being her dad, one being Christy, and the other one sounds like maybe a friend or family member. I'm going to give credit where I got the videos from the profile. But if you listen to these phone calls, you need to listen because she never once mentions ABUSE at all. Never once. But what she does say is what they're going to do as in her defense. Sorry, my dogs. Y'all stop. Anyway, so I'm going to let you hear the phone call and we'll go from there.
Posted, Henry, you know, how is that relevant to anything? And I think there's another princess too on there, but I don't know.
Right, yeah. Well, that'll come out. You don't know you guys.
Right.
You don't say on the right.
And he had told me different. Well, we have a plan, and we have talked about it, and our defense is going to be the other spouse syndrome, and he knows what he's doing, and I trust in him, and I know that he'll get me released from there as time possible. And I've been looking up about a roundabout figure of how when prison time does manslaughter charge, because that's what he's kind of going for, because the prosecutor came up there and was talking about charging you manslaughter at the end of all this. No,
Yeah. 15 years for manslaughter is the maximum.
Yeah. That's right. And getting interviewed for 5, 15 years. And I'm like, you know, I could do that. You know, at least it won't be 25 for life or something like that. But if I
try. So just hope for the best, baby.
Yeah, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
But the good thing is it's not going to get, like, the conversation, I don't think it's going to get any worse than what was in those pens.
Yeah. That will seem like some big doing there, so, so yeah, if you know what that been done, or, you handle it.
Okay, so now that you've heard it, I want you to know something. When she goes in to talk about the battered whatever syndrome as far as her defense, do you know who she was referring to? Because it wasn't Dee Dee, it was Nick. But being that her and Nicholas did not live together, they were together for just a very short amount of time, a few days, I don't think that plan would have worked. We've heard it from Mike Stanfield himself, and I think I've posted about this before, where he says if we were to take this to trial, Gypsy would not have a leg to stand on in trial. She would have got life without the possibility of parole. But since they came up with Munchausen by proxy and made that a defense, and it worked out in her favor because they went around loopholes, not to mention there was politicians up for re-election and all sorts of things going on behind the scenes that y'all, Gypsy supporters, seem to forget, it worked out in her favor, unfortunately. And now here she is, 8 years or 9 years, whatever it's been later. But I'm going to post some more. There's like 2 or 3 more that I'm going to post, and I'll do that later. So y'all have a great day. But that just goes to say, first defense was not ABUSE. It was not. Because you know why? Because that wasn't the truth. So
Isn't that sick? We wanted to help a woman like that get less time, I mean, and it will infuriate you to hear how she speaks about Nick and how she just immediately throws him under the bus completely in every way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't take accountability if you fucking paid her to. Well, actually, maybe then she would. Maybe we should do that. I never thought of that. Should we offer her, but then they will say it's not true. So never mind. It shows that this was her plan the entire fucking time. She was ready to throw him under the bus. She already knew the stories to tell. So she had these stories probably already fucking made up in her stupid little goddamn rodent-sized brain. Sorry, I can't think. I'm so frustrated right now. Ugh. And this creator from TikTok, I want you to watch her videos. She's really cool. Her videos are awesome. She's got a good energy. And she's brought up some things just like I have made videos about on YouTube, saying the exact same shit. I mean, so I was like, cool, this bitch is on point. Oh, please check her out on TikTok. Her name is Ashley Danielle.
There was a significant part of our relationship that I believe broke. I'm like, well, I could just wait till she passes away naturally. Like a normal person. But I didn't know how long that was going to be. She could have lived to be 70 years old, and at that time I would be too old to do the things that I would want, like have children and have a life of my own. So I really started to weigh out the pros and the cons and realizing that I needed to get out of this situation now.
Now forgive me, maybe I'm a little cuckoo. What do you mean that this is where your relationship became broken? Because you say that she abused you all these years. It wasn't until she brought you home from Dan's after you stole $1,000, all her pain medicine, and ran off to a 30-something-year-old man's house who was a convicted felon. She made you come home from his house. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. As far as the fact that you contemplated letting your mother live until she passed naturally, that really speaks volumes to me. I don't know if it is anybody else, but that's wild shit. Then deciding, no, I have to take her out now. She could live to be 70. You haven't seen Gypsy Rose's mother's autopsy. She had an enlarged heart, unmanaged diabetes, cancer is mentioned in it. She had reoccurring kidney stones that she had to have surgery on in 2014. Gypsy Rose's mom was also using a wheelchair some of the time, per the neighbors who wrote statements to the Greene County Police. Most of all, she's contemplating letting her mother live. The reason she decides against it is because she wants to be able to have kids and a family. No mention of the abuse. It's not why she decided to offer. It's because, hey, I couldn't wait until she was 70 to die. Maybe then I wouldn't be able to have kids or get married or nothing or life. Gypsy Rose, I see you with the babajash. Hey, look, this is all entertainment purpose only, my opinion. The rest, y'all heard her say that dumb shit.
But little did they know she was going to claim an illness that made her do what she did. Her mother was just so awful. She went to Comic-Con, I think it was, or whatever.
All right, we're back at VisionCon for the second time ever. They actually invited us back, and we're here to see all kinds of different stuff. We never know what's going to happen. There may be a small Captain America. That's the sort of stuff you see at VisionCon.
Turn him the other way. Let us see him. Oh, he's so cute. How old are you? 1. And where's your cranium? Very good. And where's your fifth jelly?
This is a home video of Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Gypsy Rose was a victim of her mother. Dee Dee would lie about illnesses Gypsy had in order to benefit financially. It's incredibly disturbing seeing home videos of Gypsy and her mother knowing what we know now.
Always in pictures smiling with her mom, but you know what? Her mom was a terrible person. And you know, real abuse victims, they don't act like she did at all. And in fact, abuse is never even brought up until the lawyer and her have talked. Abuse wasn't brought up in the interrogation, where she's literally sitting there alone with a detective, where she could have explained the severe abuse and how it affected her so horribly she had to do what she did. They don't need to have a story, an elaborate fucking made up bullshit story, in order for their truth to just be known that it was abuse. Like, it's so fucking sad that she's like this, that she's not a fucking survivor. She didn't survive anything. She's a liar. She's a fucking manipulative, awful person. That's what she is. She's not a survivor. She's just a criminal. Yeah. She's not a victim, though. Not at all. And it's so fucking disgusting that she goes around playing off of real victims, and how, you know, like, that's insulting to us that have been through real fucking trauma and real awful abuse. My ex-husband kicked me in the stomach 7 times while I was pregnant. Mind you, I was actually even 7 months pregnant. Basically, it was for each month I take it. I had a boot print bruise on my belly from him kicking me. My placenta was pulling away from the sac. I was going to bleed to death if I didn't get to the hospital in time. That's like, I have just now been able to speak about that, and my daughter is 23. I had such a hard time talking about that I would burst into fucking tears anytime that it got brought up. Now, I'm not trying to, you know, victim shame and say that there's any perfect victim or a perfect way to act when you're a victim, because there's not. There's no perfect victim. But what I am saying is that you know damn well that everybody knows that you're a criminal and you're a manipulator and you're a liar, and that you are riding off the backs of real abuse victims.
One group of kids survived real torture. The other one planned a murder. Guess which one got famous? Y'all, we need to stop lumping Gypsy Rose in with real abuse survivors. Because the Turpin kids, they were tortured. Locked up, starved, chained to their beds for years. No freedom, no school, no showers, and not one of them killed their parents. Y'all, these were children who didn't even know what police officers were. They escaped and didn't turn it into a reality show. They didn't manipulate the public. They weren't chasing the clout. They just tried to survive. Now let's talk about Gypsy Rose. Because let's be real, if you can sneak around, use the internet, have a secret online boyfriend, buy costumes, buy toys, plan an unaliving, and then lie about it, that's not helpless. That is calculating. And that's not in the same category as someone who was actively being starved and shackled in a dark house. Y'all, this wasn't a rescue story. Her story was a murder plot. Gypsy didn't escape. She orchestrated an execution. She didn't protect herself. She used a vulnerable man and fed him lies until he took her mother's life for her. And now she's out here with TV shows, press tours, and building a mommy vlogger brand off of the body that she helped unalive. Y'all stop calling her a survivor. Gypsy is not a survivor. The Turpin kids, they are survivors. She's not a hero. She's someone who was caught. And now she's cashing in. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments. Why do we praise manipulators while real survivors get ignored? I'm just saying, there's that.
It's sick. You're a grifter, still to this day. You can't seem to stop doing that. You're the one making money based off the back of that heinous crime you committed. And you say, nothing I do even has a thing to do with it. Blah, blah, blah. Your presence, your popularity is all because of that. That's what people are talking about, dumbass. My God. And you have a child to raise? Holy fuck, somebody better step in. And it shouldn't be Christy. She snuck around. She fucking lied. She knew every fucking detail of what she wanted to do. Every single bit. All of this is so fucking wild, you guys. She's not the fucking abuse victim that everybody is out there, hyping her up to be. She's not. And like I was saying, her abuse was a defense. Just a defense. First, it was going to be that battered woman syndrome shit. They knew they couldn't pull that one off, so they had to come up with another one. And I'll tell you, that's clever. That's clever. And guess what? Who does this all land on, though? Who is the one suffering right now because of you and this crime? Nick. She didn't want to be the one to go down for this. She couldn't take the accountability that needed to be taken. Of course not. Hell no. She played characters. She manipulated. She coerced. And then she turned her fucking back on him. Like, whatever. And she's now out doing her bullshit just like fucking usual, only it just keeps getting fucking worse. She couldn't wait till her mother grew old. I mean, she might come to be 70 years old, and by then it'd be too late for Gypsy to go out and have babies with a bunch of people. I couldn't believe that she said that in that one interview. But remember, I mentioned that the characters are coming back. Demona, Ruby, you know what I'm saying? They're coming back. They're at least showing face. But now, is it Ruby that's the sexual deviant that is out there having you on Omegle or whatever? I mean, I just don't understand. Gypsy Rose, you know fucking all too well what you're doing. And you're trying to act like this fucking, like, victim. Like, oh my god, I would never. Your true colors really came out in that Lifetime season, the second season. Like, they did you dirty, fucking Gypsy. They did. But you know what, Lifetime, you smart as fuck. Because you knew, we thought maybe you guys were just really dumb, maybe. But nope. You proved us wrong, yeah.
Gypsy Rose, without a doubt, is spiraling into her old characters. And I think particularly this one. The one that was involved with her mother's deletion. We've all seen the behavior lately. We saw the personal information GRB released on Ryan, the video telling him she'll get him back 10 times harder should he drop anything else, then the unhinged apology video. This is just particularly concerning, of course, now that there's a child involved. I'm going to drop some screenshots, which I think really back this up. But I want y'all to remember the characters that Gypsy Rose cultivated that facilitated the unaliving. There were two in particular. There was Demona and Ruby. Demona told Nick that she will take Gypsy away if he did not comply with her commands. Then we have Ruby, which was the character that was directly involved that night. So clearly, we are seeing an old pattern of behavior that was directly linked to the CRIME. Edit user Salt in the Shade pointed out another past behavior, and I'm going to show y'all the screenshots. These are FB posts that Gypsy Rose wrote, and it's a recent post to Ken. Now, in the FB post, Gypsy was either 20 or 23. This was either from 2011 or 2014. Now, if it was from 2014, this is 1 year before she had her mother's life subscription canceled. Okay, so look at this old FB post. She writes, I am truly a blessed girl. People ask, how is it after going through Hurricane Katrina? How is it y'all can still remain so happy? The answer is because we are together. Our bond is so special and it's never fading, never ending, unconditional true love. I love you so much, my darling honey. And I want you to know you mean everything to me. And a bunch of XOs signed Jip. Now look at the hand holding photo, which reads, there's no greater bond than one which is forged in true love. D and Jip, honey and baby. Again, this was either in 2011 or 2014. This very well could have been a year before the deletion. All right. So then she posted recently, conveniently after Christy posted about Mia's anniversary. Jip posts relationship goals, Ken and Gypsy. That's what true love is. It cannot be broken. It cannot be chipped away. It's eternal, everlasting, and it can weather any storm. Very similar, right? The creator Salt in the Shade on Edit was right on with their observation. GRB is always playing a character. Always. So what does this point out? It points out old patterns of behavior are still being utilized today. So we saw Ruby. We saw whatever this is. Who's next?
Because the more she exposes herself, the more we're seeing what we've all known deep down. She's a liar. She's a manipulator. Let's talk about how Lifetime is allowing her to destroy herself. All while they sit back and let the drama unfold. Now let's be real for a second. Lifetime could have easily edited Gypsy segments to make her look more sympathetic. But instead, they've decided to showcase her worst behaviors. We're talking about all of it. Her constant lies, her manipulative games between Ken and Ryan. I mean, are we surprised? They are literally putting her on full display as a walking disaster. And I personally am thinking maybe Lifetime is just trolling her at this point. Now let me ask you this. How does her family stand by her? Are they blind? Or do they all think we're all just in on some massive joke? She is literally playing with two men's lives, manipulating them for her own gain. And everybody's just sitting there cheering her on. Go, Gypsy.
That's what I've said too. Like, everyone's sitting there cheering her on while she's just a fucking Tasmanian devil of chaos, you know, causing all this bullshit. No one's stepping in and saying, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Or is she threatening them or something? Like, what the fuck? You know?
I mean, at this point, does her family even notice how her actions are completely toxic? They are supporting her horrible behavior while she keeps making the same mistakes over and over again. It's almost like they want to watch the train wreck happen too, but with popcorn, you know? And y'all, let's not forget about the manipulation tactics she's been using all season long. She's playing both Ryan and Ken, trying to keep them both around for some validation, like it's a game. But what's really funny is how obvious it is to everyone else that she's doing this. Like, Gypsy, we all see you. We ain't falling for it anymore. Her back and forth games with them are almost laughable at this point. Y'all, it's a mess. I don't know if Ken's ready to walk away because he knows she's been stringing him along with Ryan on the back burner.
Was told by Ken that he'll go for full custody if she did, which I don't understand.
That she's going to come back to him because, well, that's how she's making it seem.
If you're not with her, or if you guys break up or something like that, she has every right to go to whoever the fuck
But y'all, here's the kicker. Thanks to Gypsy Rose's lack of self-control and Lifetime's decision to let us witness it all, the public is finally opening their eyes to who she really is. It's like she's been a ticking time bomb, and now the world is starting to see the truth. She is not some misunderstood victim. She is a manipulator who can't even handle her own emotions. And as much as she wants to play the victim, the cracks are starting to show. We are all seeing her for who she really is. Y'all, here's the thing. She will never change. This cycle is way too deeply ingrained. She has been playing this manipulation game.
Well, I think that Lifetime, if they knew what was good for them, they needed to do it this way. And they need to help show the rest of society who she really is. I mean, did she really think that that wasn't going to eventually happen? You know what I'm saying?
For far too long. And guess what? Lifetime, this season isn't doing her any favors.
Fucking weirdo bitch.
It's good to me. Like, you know, she's beautiful.
Ryan.
In my opinion, based on Gypsy's consistent behavior patterns, she views Ryan as basically a toaster. Something she can pull out of the cupboard whenever she needs Ryan to pop out perfectly toasted messages that stroke her ego. And like with any appliance,
exactly,
if you want it to
her
last,
ego is
you
a
have
big
to maintain
part of it.
So the narcissist will give you breadcrumbs of hope. They may call you out of the blue and tell you they're thinking of you. They may send you thirst trap photos to keep you interested. They may even occasionally hook up with you. They are masters at manipulating you into holding on to false hope, just to ensure that you, the narcissist's appliance, is still working properly. They can't have you leave them. They can't have you not be available to them. They own you forever, even if they have broken up with you.
But she always wants to make sure that it's going to work, right? So she has to check in every now and then and do like a little something like she's saying in this video, like the thirst trap photos that he was getting and stuff like that before the photos of the baby and everything. She's just trying to make sure that he's always going to be right there. She's always got like a backup. She's always got someone to fall back on. You know what I mean? And what she doesn't realize is that her manipulation and all that only makes her seem sick as fuck. You know, like when people start to realize that you're a narcissist and you're manipulating them, usually people don't want shit to do with you anymore, but that's it. I got some other videos to get going on over here, so that's it for today's video. And like I said before, I would do a member shout out at the end of the video. And who none other than MK Slay. Thank you for being a member today. MK Slay. I picked you out of the hat and I'm like, didn't I pick her before? But whatever. I'm calling you out again. I love you and I'm so grateful for you being a member. Thank you so much. I love you. And then we've got our 5 random YouTube subscribers to me. You guys are fucking awesome, man. Everyone sees. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I love you with all my heart. And I hope that you guys that are here that are new vibed with the video. And that I hope that you subscribed. Think about becoming a member. I'm telling you, it's a good time. Come to the lives. It's a good time. Alright? Have a good night, day, morning, whatever time it is you're watching this video. I hope it's a wonderful time for you, bits.